When I was first learning how to sing, one of the things I was taught is that nasality is bad. Nasality is something we should be avoiding as singers. But what if this wasn't true? What if singing wasn't so black and white? And what if nasality, or a bit of VPO as one of my coaches used to say, could actually help you with some of your higher notes? So today's episode actually comes from a lesson I had with a student of mine over Zoom. And in this lesson, Lloyd and I basically used nasality to help him navigate some of these high notes a bit easier. So make sure to stay right to the end because I share a 3-step process on how you can use a bit of nasality to help you navigate some of your higher ranges. So grab a notebook, grab a cup of tea, let's get it. Nice.
Yep.
Nice. Nice.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, yep, a bit higher on the top note. Good. Nice. And if you can, maybe let the sound kind of pop up higher into the head if you're noticing some of that sensation at the moment. Try it again. Nice, that's nice. So you'll notice that the sound pops up, which is what you're maybe noticing at the same time, but there's still that feeling of release. So the throat doesn't get smaller. It almost feels like it gets taller. So there's still some kind of down and, relaxedness that's happening, but the sound kind of pops up versus like just jamming it up there. There's a slight nuance here. So you see if you can play around with that here. Yeah, okay, there we go.
Yeah.
You noticing how there's a slight nuance here?
Yeah, I think I was forcing. It felt more forced last time. I was trying to adjust it, and that felt better, less forced.
Good. What did you adjust?
I think just how I was trying to relax the muscles to do it, or the fine control, I guess. Trying to use less. Where the transition was coming from, more from in front rather from the throat.
Cool. Whatever you did there, I dig that.
Okay.
And as long as you know that like there is something that pops up, but it's not you jamming it up there, that already, just knowing that nuance, you can just go crazy when you're exploring it.
Okay.
So if you notice, oh wow, I'm kind of just jamming things up there, that's not it. But if it releases up there, different story. So let's keep going. Keep exploring. Yes. Clean. Nice. Beautiful. There's a few times where like it would technically wise, like I wouldn't change anything. It was great.
Okay.
And then the next one, like you kind of jammed it up again.
Yeah.
Okay. So in any revelations or anything you would use to articulate the difference between them?
I think the familiarity when I get it is there. It's when I don't, and I understand when I'm not getting it. So it's kind of building in more muscle memory so I could get it more repeatedly rather than having to readjust to fix it.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. So maybe I'm just gonna write this down. See if you can keep distinguishing the nuance, which is the sound releases up or it jams up.
Okay.
If you can just keep building a mental model, this is this is that, this is this is that, that's going to help you get that more consistently.
Okay.
Just wanted to pause this episode real quick and introduce myself to some of you who are here for the very, very first time. My name is Ivan and I'm a voice teacher who's worked with students from all around the world, whether you're just starting off or if you're a bit more advanced as well. And really on this show, my goal is to make learning how to sing as easy and as simple as possible. And I share some of the lessons that I have personally as I'm working through my own voice. And so if this is something that is up your lane, make sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on the notifications so you can get access to our episodes every single Thursday or Friday. And if you want to improve your voice even faster, or if you want something that's a bit more tailored for your voice, check out some of the links in the descriptions. I've got some self-study courses and also ways to work with me privately. All the links are in the description down below. Now let's jump back into the lesson with Lloyd, because step 2 is how do we start to normalize? Because once we've used nasality to find some easier high notes, how do we start to normalize it and make it sound much cleaner? Now, the second part we can play around with here now, because this is like this kind of sound is a unfinished sound. So like you're not necessarily going to sing like this.
Yeah.
But why don't we try this, right? So we're going to use this exercise to teach it. So we're going to do a hair. You find in that exact same place, the easy one that you found, and then you want to normalize it to more like a normal sounding ah. But there's still like a remnant, a feeling, that same feeling of the sound that you're saying there.
Okay. Oh, sorry. I feel like I'm off pitch.
Yeah, higher.
There it is.
Yeah. Nice. Nice. Cool. Come back to the hand again. Just really get that part clean, and then you can do the ah. Yes. Nice. So one of the things you want to keep in mind, when you bounce in between them, the only difference here is a change in the vowel. The vowel, and hence like one's going to be less nasal as well. The volume try not to change the volume too much. Going into the R, it went boom. Went a lot louder.
Okay.
Keep it the same, otherwise you're going to change the feeling.
Got it.
Try it again. That was a bit jammed. Try it again.
Okay.
One more time. Not quite there yet. Yeah, there. Ooh, close. Again. Nice. Cool. Let's just see what happens when we go up higher. We'll take that. Yeah, nice.
Okay.
That's clean. That's a clean rap.
Okay.
Yeah. It looks like you're thinking. Well,
I was trying to, because I think the difference I felt was in the top part of it. It kind of landed differently, I think, when I was doing
landed
that.
differently.
Yeah. Okay.
That was actually your better rep, one of your better reps.
Okay.
Because we want the sound to pop up, but eventually we want to get rid of that. That's just like a temporary sound. But when the sound just authentically goes up there, that last one was not even nasal. It wasn't even nasal. So you could take it in your finger away and it would have been the same. But it's just teaching that feeling.
Okay.
Yeah, do that again. Yeah, so let's actually test it out. So basically you do that, and then on the R vowel, just pull away from your nose.
Okay.
You don't need to hold it back. Close. There's still something kicking in when you take the finger away. It's good, but it's a bit of like
okay.
bit of gripping happening. Come back to this one for now. We were just testing it before. Yeah, it's much cleaner when you have that for some reason. Eventually, we want to pull the finger away, but right now when you're pulling it away, it brings in a bit of kind of tension. Do this actually. Go so we do it 3 times.
Okay.
The third time is when you pull away the finger.
Okay.
Yeah, and as long as you can keep using the one before to teach it, that's going to give you a better spot. So first one was great. Second one was great, but not as clean. Then the third one wasn't as clean as the one before. So just keep kind of cascading it down.
Okay.
Again, it's like when you do it right, there's a lightness to the sound, which is what I'm trying to find.
Okay.
The sound kind of feels a bit smoother. And you're getting that when you have the nose blocked. There's that smoothness in the sound.
Okay. Sorry.
Yes. You're probably like 80% on the right path instead.
I think I was fighting trying to tighten it up by like staying. So yeah, it's practice.
Yeah. it's cool. It's really cool stuff. These are high notes for guys.
It's weird because it feels like so like when I feel it, it feels like it's gonna be like nasally scratchy, and I was like, oh, that's how it's supposed to be.
Yes.
Okay.
I remember going through the exact same thing. It's really hard for guys to get there because it's not something we normally make. It's not a sound we normally make. But especially when you're singing with like a proper full voice and it's thinning out, it's nasal but not really nasal. It's nasal in the sense where it feels like it's going somewhere up behind the nose. It gets softer, maybe more smoother. But if you block off your nose, it shouldn't get muffled.
Okay.
I think that's the nuance there.
Yeah.
So that's why like that last one you get when you do the R or like you normalize it, that's probably the most balanced one where it's in that same pocket, but it's not nasal. Let's have one more crack at it and then we'll jump into the song. Yeah, let's see me use that kind of mental model now. It's almost nasal.
Yeah. There we go.
Nice. Nice. Yeah, do come back from the mic a tiny bit. You're still pushing a bit. It's all good. Yes. Nice. It's getting cleaner.
Do you want me to try to get cleaner on it or no?
No, it's getting cleaner. It's getting cleaner. Yeah. Yes. Beautiful. Yes, you're finding that pocket. Whatever you're doing up there is good. Very nice.
Oh, that's.
Yeah, you close. Now, how you can correct that last one, because it is getting a bit tight. You're not actually getting to the R vowel anymore. You're kind of like when you're not blocking your nose, that third one. You just got to clean up the vowel. So, It's like the third time should be R vowel as well. Yes. Pretty solid. It's close. It's very, very, very close. The one in the middle, your R vowel, when you have a slight bit of nasality, that one's popping up to a really easy spot. And it's getting quite
felt easier than the middle one, and then it tightened back down on the. Okay.
Yeah, that's right. You just keep working on it. But these notes, they used to be so kind of squeezed and tight for you before, but now they're starting to clear up a lot more now.
Yeah, I don't think I feel yet connected that it was supposed to be that far forward before.
That far forward? What are we talking about? Like
yeah, like.
Yeah, I mean,
like, I don't think I've ever actually gone in that position or ever.
That's right. Play around with it. It's actually a common sensation. A lot of people will call it like mask resonance, where they feel like, when you wear like a mask at a masquerade party, you notice like the sound kind of goes behind the eyes. That's another way to perceive. That's a technique to get up there.
Okay.
Great. That is a wrap, team. If you enjoyed this episode, all I ask is please share this with a friend or a family. Please share this episode, or please share this channel as well. The bigger we can grow, the better this community can be. And I wanted to end this episode with a bit of motivation as usual. And today's motivation actually comes from a student in our community, Austin. And Austin basically had something cool that really happened. Basically, he created a song, something he created out of thin air yesterday whilst driving to a friend's. And when I got home, I came up with this chord progression in a couple of minutes. I'm going to produce it soon, short and sweet. And I wanted to share this because a lot of you listening to this podcast, a lot of you checking out this channel, you love music, but maybe right now you don't feel like you've got the skill sets, maybe you don't feel like you've got the confidence to get to where you want. But I just want to reassure you, if you put in the work, if you take the time to sit down and practice, if you find the right guidance, you can do anything, even writing your own song. It is completely possible as long as you believe it and as long as you take the action. And so I want to leave this possibility for you. Let it simmer for a bit. And so hopefully this inspires you. And if this, goes down to the core of your soul and it's like, hey, this is a calling for me, I'd love to hear from you. I'd love to work with you. Once again, all the links are down in the description below. And regardless of if you're just starting off or maybe you're just looking to take your skill set to the next level, I'd love to see what we can do together. So links are down in the description. Team, take care. Thank you so much for joining me on today's episode. My name is Ivan and I am your voice teacher, and I'll see you for our next episode every single Thursday or Friday, depending on where you're joining us from. So take care.